Hello. Great. Um, so today I'll be talking about one of my apps. It's called PosturePal. What PosturePal does is basically helps you fix your posture, your shoulders, and your neck. But before that, I'll just briefly introduce myself. So as Yavor already mentioned, I'm studying computer science and AI in San Francisco, which is a very exciting place to be. And I'm very excited that actually such communities are built also here back home. That's very exciting because there's not that much of it, and community is super important to develop and to share and to collaborate and so on. So yes, in my university years, I've worked, lived, and studied in 6 or 7 different countries at this point. Last year I spent in India, in Hyderabad, which is one of the big tech hubs. Before that, I worked on a project in Berlin, in a startup, and so on. So I'd love to share more about my story later. I also worked at Uber last year, which was great, as a software engineer in backend. And yes, so getting this global perspective is very cool, and I'd love to share more, bringing it back here. So let's go to PosturePal. So as I said, PosturePal improves your neck and shoulder posture by using the motion sensors in your headphones. So some headphones actually have these motion sensors that can detect the position of your head in like 3D space. Not all headphones have it, but more and more are actually developing the technology, which is very exciting. So I actually have some back problems, as you can probably see from the app. And in my free time, I like building software solutions for myself. Some of them go viral. For example, this one, I think, has more than 300,000 downloads at this point. It was recognized by Apple. It's trending in some of the categories around the world in more than 15 countries. So what the technology does is it can track your posture in a way, or we can infer what the posture is based on the feedback that you get from your headphones. Many people, when they work, when you sit, you listen to music, when you walk, and so on. So that's why we thought that it's a good solution. One of my friends actually was using another device before that, and he would have to like stick it back to his neck. And every time he was slouching in some way, it would send a vibration signal, and he would be reminded, okay, like I need to stand up. But it was very annoying. It's also very expensive. It's more than €100. The battery dies. It's not like a long-term solution. So we thought, what's something that's non-invasive? And that's how we came up with it. Basically, you get a little PAL. It follows your posture, and you can get signals like maybe through sound, vibration, color, and so on. It's also for a laptop, which makes it easier to integrate in your working routine and so on. Yes. And then what's next? Basically, we thought, okay, this technology exists. What else can we do with it? At the moment, we're building a machine learning model that can, the goal is to basically track other things. For example, we can create a workout PAL that can track, let's say, how many push-ups did you do? How many squats did you do? Something that can complement your gym routine or workout routine in any shape or form. And what's exciting, I think someone mentioned before, like the Vision OS, or like just that whole thing that's going on right now. Apple's Vision OS also has that technology. So what we see is like a prototype of that right now, but you can imagine in the future something that you basically assists you in your everyday life in all shapes and forms. While wearing your Vision Pro, you can track your posture, you can track your exercise, and so on top of like everything else that you basically already get with it. So yes, and then I'm actually graduating in May. My goal is to come back home. It's super exciting that people here are also talking about these things and building a community around them. And then I also just got accepted to a master's program in Cambridge, which is 1 year. And I am starting a campaign to fundraise some of the tuition. So the campaign went live last night, and in about 24 hours, there's already 50% of the money that I need to basically complete the master's. I'm not collecting all the tuition, it's just part of it, the part that me and my family aren't able to cover. So you can find all of my contacts. I love to stay connected. If you scan the QR code, it has my LinkedIn, GitHub, links to everything else that you may need. Yes, I'd love to chat more. I won't keep people away from the philosophical discussion I'm sure is going to follow in a few minutes. And yes, I just want to thank the organizers and Javor especially for inviting me and for creating this space. It's incredibly cool. I'm very excited to see what happens and to bring back stuff that I've seen around the world and knowledge in general and share. So yes, thank you so much.